A few weeks after I bought my Bronco, I took a few days off of work to visit the Bronco Off-Roadeo down in Moab. Off-Roadeo is something that Ford put together for Bronco drivers to learn about their trucks and to get a taste of what their new ride is capable of. I had arrived in town the night before, and after breakfast the next morning, I was off to the Red Cliffs Lodge, home of the Off-Roadeo base camp. I first learned to drive in an '86 Bronco, and I've been hooked on these things ever since. I've owned a few more of them over the years, and I couldn't wait to get one of these new ones in my garage. So when I arrived at the Off-Roadeo, I was like a kid in a candy store. Tons of Bronco gear in the gift shop, and everywhere you looked, there was something for a Bronco nerd like me. There was Bronco furniture, Bronco parts, little bits about each generation of Bronco. There were books, models, documents, on and on. I was loving it. To start, our trail guides introduced themselves, and after some time to go over the basics of the truck and a short intro to off-road driving, it was time for us to hit the trail, and we headed off to run Dome Plateau. We took things slow at first, giving the group time to get familiar with the Bronco. For some of the group, this was their very first time driving off-road. But our guides would spot each truck over the obstacles, and no matter how nervous somebody was, these guys were patient and did great helping folks out. We made a few stops to do some sightseeing, and have discussions about things like basic recovery, preparing for trips, and even some tread lightly principles. Even for the more experienced members of the group, there was something for us to learn. It was a great time and something that every Bronco owner should do if they get the chance. The next day, I still wanted to do a bit more exploring, so I decided to take the scenic route home. After leaving Moab, I left the highway onto 10 Mile Road and I just kind of wandered around, slowly making my way back towards Green River. Now, I've been down here a few times, but this section was new to me. As I went, the landscape slowly transitioned into something that seemed like it was from another world. The closer I got to Little Grand Wash, the ground gradually turned from red dirt to a fine gray dust. Honestly, if you wanted to fake your own moon landing, this place would have been a great location for it. Even though I wasn't really that far from civilization, the scenery here just has a way of making you feel 1,000 miles away from everything. And for me, it's one of the best ways to just relax and unwind. Eventually though, this mini adventure had to end and I had to get back home. But I can't wait to come back down here again.